All right, guys. This is the Patron show. We've let this run really long because we had a lot to say earlier, and fuck, I didn't get to. I'll do the reviews by myself later this week. Hey, patrons, it's X, and I'm here with Kyle and Felicia, and we don't have a special guest because Jay was supposed to be on the show, but he was in a car on a date.
On a date.
Wow. So welcome to the Secret Patron Show. This is the patron exclusive content we offer to all folks, great and small, who give us $1 a month. 4 episodes a week, or 4 episodes a month. It's a quarter an episode. It's not that bad. Come on, guys. Give us $1. For those of you who are sharing the show and love what we do, we thank you so much for your patronage. But regardless of who's hearing this right now, we wanted to talk about, just a little bit of fun stuff between the three of us, because we've tended to go about 30 minutes on these patron shows lately, and it's already past 1 a.m. when we're recording. And I have the gusto to go for like another 3 hours if I wanted to. I don't. I want to go sleep. What we're going to talk about, sorry, I fucking derailed myself there, is a topic of discussion where we want to bring up the one person living, has to be living, that we'd want to sit down and have a discussion with, and what would we like to talk about. And if you're a patron, then you heard the one that, if you're a $5 patron, you heard the one that Kyle has said already, but he's going to bring it up here just because he's probably the first that's going to lose his lucidity here in a minute. No, he's a strong drinker.
Lose my lucidity? No, look, I lost that like an hour. So that's fine. Okay.
No, you need to punch up that joke a little bit. I lost that X amount of years ago. When you started working for the government.
No. My the person I would actually like to talk to right now is Peter Capaldi. But I as a huge Doctor Who fan, I don't want to talk to him about Doctor Who. He is a lifelong fan. I'm a lifelong fan, but I want to talk to him about music. His career in punk music specifically. And
I had no idea he was tied to it.
He is. And yeah, no, he's actually had a punk band with give me a second, I'm going to remember Craig Ferguson.
Really?
Yes. He's in a band and has been in a band for a long time with Craig Ferguson.
I'm trying to find out what the band's name is, because I hadn't heard this before.
Why can't I remember it? I'll remember the name
Boys?
of the band, and yes, the Dream Boys.
Wow.
The Dream Boys. They've been around for a long time. Peter Capaldi has been around for a long time, playing in numerous bands.
I didn't think Craig Ferguson was that old, because he hides it very well.
No, so this is the Dream Boys. This is one of those punk bands that has been an underground band for a long time in the punk scene.
That's funny. So
that's what I want to talk to Peter Capaldi about.
Now mine's pretty simple, only because I watched and this is just the spur of the moment, me thinking of something. And one of my favorite voice actors. I love voice actors. I love John DiMaggio is one of them. He's voiced just about everybody. Let's see, you have Tom Kenny, who's done SpongeBob to Ice King to about a bazillion other fucking voices out there. But the one voice actor I want to sit down and talk with, and it's after I watched a making of special, because there was an episode where it required a character to be absolutely shit-faced when they were recording the dialogue, because he's method acting, is Justin Roiland.
Oh my God. I love to sit down with him.
And I don't want to talk shop with him about animation or anything like that. I don't want to talk with him about, voice acting, because you either got the chops or you don't. I want to sit there and talk philosophy with Justin Roiland. Mm-hmm. Because when he was super fucking drunk on tequila and like like he had like 5 or 6 shots, and he was sitting there talking to a production assistant that was trying to keep him on track and get back to the script. He started going completely nihilistic. You know, I was like,
oh yeah,
this would be fascinating. I would fucking. He's like, there's no point to us existing anyway. I'm just gonna fucking die. And it's just like, I would love to talk to this man because he's top of the fucking game right now with Rick and Morty, and he was the Earl of Lemon Grab on Adventure Time, and he's been so many other fucking voices that he's good. He's gonna be able to find work no matter what's going on, especially with fucking Rick and Morty. He's gonna be able to use Rick and Morty for the rest of his natural adult life, especially with Dan Harmon. But I would just love to sit down and have just a discussion with him over booze about just life, the universe, and everything. So that'd be fun for me. Felicia, what do you got? Who would you like to have a sit down with?
Tina Fey.
I love Tina Fey.
Oh.
I want to know what she did to be successful. I mean, yes, she's a brilliant comic and she's hilarious and she's wonderful, but I want to know her experiences as a woman and what she did to break through the barriers that we all face. The not feeling good enough, the fight to voice ourselves, to get away from feeling like we have to be quiet. I would love to sit down and talk with her about what it takes to be successful as a woman. I just want to know how she did it. I want to hear her advice, and that I would love to just sit down and pick her brain and just know, because she's wonderful, and she's not just a funny comic. She's an incredible producer. She's brilliant in all of her fields, and I want to be able to hear what her advice is for a woman approaching her 30s and how to be successful. I want to know.
And her huge success didn't hit until late 30s for her too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she had a whole bunch of other stuff out there that was prior to that. I mean, she was on SNL for a decade. I think she was on there, and but that was when she was in her. That's when she was early 30s or late 20s or something like that. So still, and she had 30 Rock, which lasted 7 fucking seasons, and she's on Kimmy Schmidt right now, which I've only seen a couple episodes of.
Oh, she's the executive producer of that.
Oh,
her
I
and
didn't
Amy
know that.
Poehler. Yeah, her and Amy Poehler. They're just the two of them. If I could just sit down and just listen to them.
Oh my God, Amy Poehler. I've loved Amy Poehler since she was on Upright Citizens Brigade, which is a very,
Amy Poehler is
very
also
obscure.
So funny. She's so funny and she's so clever and she's so wonderful. And Parks and Rec is some of the best comedy television ever written. I don't know. I would love to just sit down and hear from them. And I mean, we can point to their misses, their comedic misses. That's the nature of art. So I'm not going to judge them on their comedic misses, because that's how art works, is that you fail most of the time. I have sketchbooks and sketchbooks and sketchbooks full of failed ideas. But I want to know how they broke through, what they did. I want to hear their stories.
Well, I know Tina's big break into SNL only because I know obscure comedy shit like this was because it was the time that she had spent on Second City. The Second City is an improv troupe in Chicago. Sorry, my bad. Only because you remember SCT. You don't probably remember watching SCTV. It's called Second City Television. That's where John Candy and God, I'm blanking on names. Rick Moranis and a lot of people got their start. Was this improv troupe that made a TV show that was rival to Saturday Night Live, in the 70s kind of thing. Wasn't very well known here. Was very well known in Canada because a lot of those guys were Canadians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm familiar.
She got her in because one of the people that worked at Second City a long time before, if you go to work at one of those places as an improv place and you spend your time there, you take your classes and you start doing screenwriting and stuff, and you submit scripts to people that were once alums that now have higher positions, like with the SNL. And so it's, I wouldn't say it's like nepotism or anything like that. It's just it's more of who you know, not what you know a lot of the times.
Well,
but she's got the
that's,
fucking chops, though. That's the difference.
Yeah. No, and I mean, the who you know, I hate to completely knock it, because when you're struggling for somebody to find, it's you go with somebody who you can trust.
Mhm.
And sorry, but that's the way humans work. We know that.
Well, and I'm really thankful, and not to turn this around on me, but the fact that this show exists and how we've gone from being like this small little, oh, we've got 30 people that listen to the show this week, that's fucking amazing, you know, to hundreds of them listening to it, and we're like, what can we attribute that to? Like, we could put it out there as like we did hard work and stuff like that. That's great, but it also has to do with the networking that you do. Because a podcast that doesn't actually talk to other podcasters and have other podcasters on, or I hate lining up guests sometimes because of certain reasons that happen, because they might jump in for 10 minutes and have to be on the way out to dinner somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving Jay shit. But there's just sometimes where you want to have people on for longer and you just can't do it, or you know the schedule doesn't work, or they drop out at the last minute, even though you spent 8 hours getting a script ready for things to have them talk about things. Oh my God, Kyle looks jaundiced on this video.
Wow, yeah, he does.
You look like Xerxes from 300.
You look a little yellow.
It's the camera. Don't worry about it. Don't fix it. We're almost done here. We're just saying that
I adjusted it, fixed itself.
that the show wouldn't be where it is without, you know, networking. And unfortunately, that seems to be a lot of it. So if let's finish it up here, and we'll make it brief, very fucking brief. I want to ask you guys, since we did live, who would you want to talk to that's dead? And you can only pick one thing. You can't expand on it. It has to be just one thing in particular.
Oh, God damn it.
And let's see. We'll like, I should play I wish I had I need to get the Jeopardy theme on the fucking on the
Mary
soundboard
Cree.
over here. And after listening to the citation needed episode for her,
but she struggled so much. I just want to hear
so
her
many
story.
men just took her discoveries and just like, this is mine.
Yeah.
So,
I want to talk to her. Like, she was so brilliant, and I bet she was kind of a weirdo. Because a lot of those brilliant people are, but like, I just want to like talk to her. Like, I want her side of things, because history has been written by men who wrote about her, and I want to hear what she has to say. For fuck's sake! Oh, I'd love to talk to Mary Cree. There's so many other women throughout history. There's, oh my God.
I've got one. I've got one out of just left field that you guys would be like, what? Marshall Applewhite. That's who I want to talk to.
Yep. Don't know who that is.
The leader of the Heaven's Gate cult.
Whoa. All right. That's weird.
Because I've watched the videos of him, and he's that really wide open eyelid guy that's talking to the camera and floating head in space, and he convinced people to cut their genitals off and like to sacrifice themselves and drink like Kool-Aid laced with like arsenic or something, and they put triangle shaped blankets over their heads and stuff. And I want to be like, how? I don't want you to try to convince me to join your cult, but I just want to hear the spiel. I want to talk to you about, you know, how you convinced people that there was a spaceship behind the Hale-Bopp comet and that offing yourself would get you uploaded to it. It's like, come on, man. I've got this weird thing for cult leaders in the past. I always wanted to find out how they did something like, okay, if I couldn't get him, it would be L. Ron Hubbard.
I don't want to talk to that guy either. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, the good thing is we'll never get the chance to.
We will. I don't really know that there were very many people from history that I would really want to talk to. I mean, maybe Jefferson.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, I'd like to know kind of what he thinks. But
was a brilliant mind at the time. I mean,
he was an extraordinary mind at the time.
And then there's parts of me that would be like, I just want to sit and have drinks with Red Fox. I want to have drinks with Red Fox.
Yeah.
I'm going way in the Wayback Machine for that guy.
Kids,
Google Sanford and Son.
Look, what would it be like to just sit down and have an evening with Richard Pryor?
Oh man. Oh man.
That's a story. That would be a story, is what that would be.
It would be.
Especially drug-addled Richard Pryor at the time, too.
It's a hard balance. It really is.
It's hard to not. I mean, you'd probably want to like be able to get messages out there and talk to these people and be like, "Look, this is something we can clear up, like the John Benet Ramsey thing. We can clear that up." But at the same time, it's hard because there's so many stupid, selfish things I would want to do with that kind of power. Like, I want to talk to what the fuck was his name? The guy that disappeared out of the plane with the cash reserve that the fuck was it? The
Cooper.
DB Cooper. Yeah. I want to talk to DB Cooper. Where's your money? That kind of thing. Anyway, we're getting off into
that would be an interesting one.
Surprise. He's not dead.
He's not dead. That's what I was gonna go with. God damn it, Kyle. Even drunk, you ruined the punchline. Anyway, fuck, it's late. We're gonna go to bed. It's 1:30 in the AM, and that means we are officially closing shop, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking out the Patron show. If you want to hear some stuff, bump your money up to $5 and you get like a whole hour of something this week that we didn't talk about on the show. We made sly little like hints and snide little comments about things, but never anything overtly indirect. So go check that out if you really want to hear it, because it was interesting. It was an interesting week. And when this comes out in 6 months, it'll all be but a distant memory. And by then we'll probably be dealing with some other bullshit. Lawsuit. No, so I hope not. Fuck that. No. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We're going to go.